Have you ever wondered about the deep historical connection between Christianity and Judaism? It's a fascinating story, like a family saga stretching back thousands of years. To truly understand Christianity, we have to go back to its roots, and those roots are planted firmly in the soil of Judaism. Think about it. Jesus himself was a Jew. He was born into a Jewish family, raised in a Jewish community, and he lived his life as a faithful, observant Jew. He studied the Hebrew Scriptures, what Christians now call the Old Testament. He went to the synagogue. He celebrated Jewish festivals like Passover, and he taught from the very same texts that Jewish people cherish to this day. This isn't just a historical footnote. It's the foundation of everything. The disciples? They were all Jewish. The first Christians? All Jewish. The early church didn't see itself as starting a brand new religion, but as a continuation and fulfillment of the promises God made to Israel. So, when Jesus spoke, his words were rich with Jewish context. His parables, his teachings, his debates with the Pharisees, they all make the most sense when we understand the Jewish world he lived in. He wasn't introducing a foreign God. He was talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God who led the Israelites out of Egypt and gave them the Torah at Mount Sinai. When Jesus said, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them," he was speaking directly to this heritage. He was building upon it, not tearing it down. This is why the Old Testament is the first part of the Christian Bible. It's the essential backstory, the prologue to the main event. It sets the stage for everything that follows in the New Testament. Without understanding the covenants, the prophecies, and the story of God's relationship with Israel, the story of Jesus loses much of its power and meaning. This shared heritage is often described using the beautiful metaphor of an older brother. Pope John Paul II famously referred to the Jewish people as Christianity as elder brothers in the faith. This image captures a sense of shared origin, of respect, and of a deep, unbreakable family bond. Judaism came first. It's the ancient root, and Christianity is the branch that grew from it. Just like in a family, there have been times of misunderstanding and painful separation. But the shared DNA, the shared history, is undeniable. For centuries, Christians sometimes forgot this connection, leading to tragic consequences. But in recent decades, there's been a wonderful and necessary movement toward reconciliation and dialogue, recognizing that we worship the same God and share a sacred history. Let's dive deeper into what this shared heritage looks like. Take our core beliefs. The idea of one God, a creator who is loving, just, and merciful. That comes directly from Judaism. The 10 Commandments, a moral compass for billions, given to Moses on Mount Sinai. Many of our most cherished prayers and songs, like the Psalms, were originally Jewish prayers. When Jesus taught his disciples to pray, "Our Father in heaven," he was drawing on a long Jewish tradition of addressing God with intimacy and love. Even core concepts like sin, repentance, forgiveness, and the hope for a coming Messiah have their origins in Jewish thought. The early Christians were simply reinterpreting these familiar ideas in the light of their experience with Jesus. They saw him as the long-awaited Messiah, the one who fulfilled the prophecies scattered throughout the Hebrew Scriptures. This brings us to the idea of the New Covenant. The prophet Jeremiah, in the Old Testament, spoke of a day when God would make a new covenant with his people. Not a replacement for the old one, but a new chapter. He said it would be a covenant written not on stone tablets, but on their hearts. Christians believe that Jesus inaugurated this new covenant. Through his life, death, and resurrection, they believe he created a new way for all people, both Jews and Gentiles, to have a direct relationship with God. This isn't about discarding the old, but about fulfilling it in a new and universal way. The Old Covenant, given through Moses, was primarily with the nation of Israel. It was based on the law, the Torah, which guided every aspect of their lives and set them apart as God's chosen people. The New Covenant, as Christians understand it, extends this family. It's a covenant of grace, open to anyone who believes in Jesus. The Apostle Paul, a key figure in the early church, described it beautifully using the analogy of an olive tree. He said that Israel is the natural tree, the cultivated olive tree with deep roots. Gentiles, non-Jews who believe in Jesus, are like wild olive branches that have been grafted into this same tree. They don't replace the original branches. They are joined to them, drawing life and nourishment from the same ancient root. This powerful image reminds us that Christianity isn't a separate tree. It's part of the same tree, sharing the same life source. It emphasizes unity, not replacement. It tells us that Gentile believers are welcomed into the long story of God's people, a story that began with Abraham thousands of years ago. So, what does this mean for us today? It means that Christians have a profound reason to respect and honor the Jewish faith and people. It means studying the Old Testament is not just an academic exercise, but a way to understand Jesus and the foundations of our own faith more deeply. It invites us to learn from our elder brothers, to appreciate their traditions, their resilience, and their unwavering faithfulness to God through centuries of hardship. For Jewish people, while they don't see Jesus as the Messiah, the shared history is also present. The dialogue between our two faiths is one of the most important conversations happening in the world today. It's a conversation built on mutual respect, a desire to understand, and the recognition of our shared sacred story. This relationship is unique in all of world history. There's no other pair of religions so intricately and fundamentally linked. One grew directly out of the other, while the other continues to thrive as its own vibrant faith. It's a story of a family with all its complexities, its shared memories, and its enduring bonds. Understanding this connection enriches our faith, challenges our prejudices, and calls us to a deeper appreciation of the long, winding path of God's relationship with humanity. It's a story that began with Abraham and continues to unfold today, a story of an older brother and a new covenant, forever intertwined. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gives you a new perspective on the incredible connection between Christianity and Judaism. If you found this interesting, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into faith and history. See you next time.